How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mr. Mendoza Gaming, and I wanted to put this video up to kind of show you guys how challenging this is. Very specifically, I'll explain it in just a second. But when I have videos that go up late or not at all, sometimes this is why. But let me show you just real quick. Okay, so here is the setup that I game on. Here is this, and I have a switch over here, as you can see. Let's see if it'll focus. Well, it's a switch, nonetheless. I turn that off, and this is when I turn it on initially. So, Windows is installed on this right here. Let me make sure it's off. This right here. This is a Corsair GTX, like, USB SSD. Goes into the side there. And then I have all the wires and everything ran back there. But what I'm having trouble with right now is that this, which is my interface, I got this when I went to school, it's obviously how I run my microphone and headphones. As you see, it's plugged in, it runs all the way over to here, and then that's how that works. But how you start it up is you press this power button, right? And then as it's turning on, I reach my hand over to the switch over there, you know, you can see it over there, and you'll hear it click, and I have to do it once the Windows spinning wheel thing kind of starts up. Waiting, 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 and there it was. So I switched the graphics card on. You can see the light's turned on. I have tape over it because it's blindingly bright. I'm actually taking that light out once I get the chance. But it'll start up over here. If everything goes smoothly, which hopefully it does, okay, so it comes up over here. Now let's see what happens when I log in, and hopefully the UAD interface, this thing here, doesn't have an issue with the driver. So let me log in real quick. Alright, so we got everything started up, you know, everything's running, everything's, you know, doing the initial startup for Windows, and what happens now is that, okay, so far it didn't crash. The loading Apollo Twin, that is the interface's drivers. It has like a built-in console, which I'll show you in a second. First I want to talk about what happens and what I have to go through every single time that the computer crashes in this way, which is usually like once every 2 weeks or so until I get Windows installed onto an internal drive of this computer. But so I have to go back into the display settings, and you can see if I come over to here, let me back up a little bit. The screen's kind of big for this tiny screen. So to identify, you know, it is 2. It is my main display in Windows, except, you know, obviously it's not, because this is the main display. You can tell because the Cortana search thing is there. So what I have to do is then I have to go over to here, make this my main display, click apply, and then after this I then have to go through any other settings that decided to completely reset and mess everything up. So now I gotta check it again because sometimes it'll automatically revert back to the other way. And now let's check, and there it is. Look at that. That is the issue with starting up. Like, the only way I've been able to get this to work is by starting this with everything installed, like everything already plugged in. But Windows has a problem with UAD where it likes to mess up pretty bad. And as you can see right down here, right, that PGM, that is the essentially processing power for sound. It is pegged out at 100. Now, in order to fix this, I can either, maybe, let's see if this will work. So I'm going to go down to here. I'm going to go to Device Manager. And then come on up over to here to Universal Audio Thunderbolt, which I then need to find this one, the system driver, disable, whoops, not uninstall, cancel. Let me try that one more time. Sorry, I'm looking this on my screen. Disable, yes. That will probably crash the system, hopefully not. We're gonna find out, I guess. No. And then I want to enable, and then I'm gonna have to restart my computer. But if you watch, I'm gonna turn off this device, or I'm just gonna even unplug it so it doesn't even have like a power issue, right? Most times, 9 times out of 10, yep, see? Computer ran into a problem and needs to restart. So now it'll restart, which is just fine. Graphics card is again turned on. Everything's running properly, except it's not gonna work yet again. And I have been doing this for the past hour and a half or so while just, you know, talking with someone and kind of just doing random things, having a conversation, trying to get it to turn on, because at that point I was going to do some videos, but I guess we might have a missing day or two next week. If not, you know, ignore that last statement, but, you know, the problem I have is when it restarts as well, it'll do this looping circle thing for all eternity, and it will never actually load anything, so, yeah. Anyways, now you know why, if the video doesn't go up, this is the reason why. I don't know why all of this is being such a dramatic issue, but it is, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was out there. If this video, if I end up recording 3 videos, this little 5-minute section will go before the first video on Monday. I also apologize, I haven't showered yet today, so my hair's all kinda messed up and I keep moving the screen up and down. But yeah, so that is all I'm going to be talking about. So, without further ado, either here is the videos, if I was able to record, or I've been Mr. Mendoza Gaming, and I'll see you guys next time.